Om Shri Sai Ram. I offer my most humble salutations at the divine lotus feet of our loving Swami. My pranams to our respected elders, sisters and brothers, and my love to all the wonderful children of the Sai family. It is a privilege to welcome all of you to yet another divine edition of Saicast. I am indeed very happy to place before all of you today the divine message of Swami, which is titled, Offer everything at the lotus feet of God and be happy. This divine message yet again speaks of total surrender on your part at the lotus feet of God, because only this way you can always remain happy. Swami says, regrettably, in the spiritual domain also, many of you live a life of self-centeredness, which is selfish and boastful in nature. On the spiritual path, any forced claim that you alone have done the work is totally unjustified. This is because any boastful self-declaration amounts to blasphemy, says Swami. It is a sin and should not be done. When God asks you to do His work, it should be done with a feeling of complete surrender, since you have been chosen directly by God for His work. This truth must be known to all of you, says Swami. Swami also mentions that being a chosen one is a blessing bestowed by Swami. Just do your part very quietly and surrender yourself to God. Never allow the ego from within you to proclaim that I have done this and the entire credit should be given to me. These are thoughts which come to the small minds of the world. In closing, Swami mentions that whenever God gives you any work, firstly bend and touch His divine lotus feet and surrender yourself fully. This is the only way to keep the poisonous ego away from your life in all your spiritual work. Let us now listen to the divine message as dictated by our loving Swami. Sai Ram. Om Shri Sai Ram. Offer everything at the lotus feet of God and be happy. Self-declarations can be made by anyone at any time about anything to anybody. Most self-declarations made by any individual at any time devolves around self-centeredness and hence is boastful in nature. Therefore, it is best to avoid any self-proclaiming declarations except in very rare circumstances when it is extremely necessary. When you wish to declare or announce anything about yourself, it indirectly means that you are not too sure about yourself. Due to this underlying feeling, you have a tendency of staking your claim for even a small achievement, as you feel that it rightfully belongs to you. But in reality, this forced claim on your part may not be factually justified. However, in the spiritual domain, any such declarations about the self amounts to blasphemy. It is a sin and is not a good thing to do. Whatever be the reason for your self-declaration or self-announcement, the truth is that every action on the spiritual path occurs solely due to the will of God, and therefore you cannot and should not take any credit for the same. The truth is that God has directed you to perform His special task, which you have undertaken as per God's wish. That is all there is to it. You are just a small tool chosen by God for doing His work, which is gigantic and highly spiritual in nature. Factually speaking, it is God who does everything, but passes on the credit directly to you. This truth should be properly understood. Being a chosen one is nothing extraordinary. It is just a divine blessing which has been bestowed on you by Swami, who is God Almighty. From a spiritual perspective, everyone and everything is God, and therefore all that happens is God's show alone. Most of you tend to forget this truth due to the ego and due to Maya, which always wants to proclaim that yes, I have done this job single-handedly, and so the full credit should come to me alone. This is a foolish feeling which only an ignoramus can have, as they are the small minds of this world. Yes, you must definitely stand tall while living in this world, but you must also bend and touch the feet of God and surrender yourself fully to God alone. Only this way the poisonous serpent called ego will not climb up and disturb your life. Always keep this in mind, my dear children. Always be with Swami. Offer all that you have done and are doing at Swami's divine lotus feet, and be happy, safe, and be fully contented. After all, you are just a speck of dust under my feet. So, do remain there so that you are always protected and live a peaceful life. My love and blessings to all of you. Your Baba. Jai Sai Ram. We request you to kindly like, share and subscribe to our Saicast channel. Please also convey your views about the channel in the comments column so that we can act on them. Sai Ram. Om Shri Sai Ram. An important announcement for our esteemed viewers. The Chaitanyam Eye Care Institute at Kale village in Kolhapur is a free cashless miracle hospital of Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, which will soon be inaugurated. For more details, please do watch the Saicast Special Edition Messages Part 1 and Part 2 released on 14 December 2025. We thank you for being a regular viewer of Saicast, and we look forward for your valued and esteemed participation in this divine project, which is aimed at rendering free eye care medical services to the poorest in our villages. Please do reach us on our email or on our WhatsApp number, which are mentioned here.